Hey, what's up everyone? It's a beautiful day. I'm out on Diablo again, and it's pretty much something I never do, to do the same exact ride 3 days in a row, or 3 sessions in a row rather. But I figured, hey, why not? I can, and I was interested in seeing what it was like to just keep repeating the same session a few days in a row. And I thought it was a nice, I don't know, silly illustration of how endurance training can seem pretty repetitive and mundane. I mean, I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Groundhog Day, but I feel like it can be that kind of a thing where you're doing the same kinds of things over and over and over again for months and years at a time, trying to get whatever it is you're trying to get out of your experience as an athlete. But anyway, I'm gonna try to get up the hill relatively quick at a nice steady pace and get back before it gets too dark. And then after getting these 3 rides in, Saturday, Sunday, and then today, which is Tuesday, I'm gonna go back and just take a quick little comparison of the 3 rides back to back and just offer some quick thoughts on what they're like. But yeah, I'm about to head up and I'll check in a bit. Okay, so I'm only 5 minutes in, but I'm already feeling a good bit better than last Saturday and Sunday, just a couple days ago. And I don't think I've ever done Diablo, even just twice in a row, let alone 3 times in a row, to the summit. And I figured I don't really have anything terribly specific or urgent that I'm training for in the next few days. And as we've already established, I'm just getting back into it basically from scratch right now. But I love little experiments and little ways of comparing things, like comparing power and heart rate on the trainer versus the road, 90 degrees versus 60 degrees, all that kind of stuff. But notably, even after doing this for decades, I still have to be mindful to hold back a little bit in the first few minutes. It's pretty easy for me to just get carried away because I feel good right at the start and do like 15 or 20 watts too high just as I get going. So I did do that today too. But anyway, I'm gonna keep going. Hopefully I can do a good bit more power than Saturday and Sunday and see a continued decline in my effort and heart rate respectively. If I have any other thoughts, I'll check in, but I think probably the next thing I'll do is check in after the ride and take a look at how the 3 sessions compare. Okay, so I've done 3 rides back, and right now it's Wednesday in the evening. I'm about to hop on the trainer for a little bit and just get some miles in at a not too hard pace. After that, I want to do some deadlifts and a little bit of core work. Nothing crazy, but just, you know, some light aerobic conditioning and a little bit of strength work as I build back up. But I just wanted to check in about the last 3 rides. So basically I went out to Diablo. It takes me like 45 minutes to get to the base of the climb where it starts to go uphill, and then about 45 minutes back after the descent. Day 1, I did 56 minutes up the climb, 56 and 3 seconds to be exact, at 292 watts with 160 beats per minute heart rate, 173 max. Day 2 was 52:50, which included a stop of about a minute because on my way up I saw that one of the water fountains by the ranger station was it was just running, so I stopped to see if I could get it to stop because it's, I don't know, it's a drought, it's California, we don't want to waste water, and I was able to do that. I filled up my bottle while I was there, but I was stopped for about a minute, so I did get some rest, but it added some time. And then that was 320 or 319 watts, same heart rate, 171 max. The third time up I went 47 minutes at 367 watts and 158 beats per minute. So basically I went 56, 52, 50, and 47 minutes for each of those days respectively, dropping 9 minutes from the first effort to the last, adding
much more than I thought that I would. I went from 292 to 319 to 367 for each of those subsequent efforts. And each effort I had 160, 160, and 158 average heart rate. All those heart rate averages are fairly normal. They're just like a little bit high maybe, but it was warm out. The third effort, I did have the advantage that it was way cooler. Not way cooler. It was warm, but not hot like the first two. So that was working in my favor. And notably, I weighed myself after each of the rides. I got home, I had about 12 ounces of drink mix, and then hopped on the scale before I had anything else to eat. And after each of those rides, I was 166, 170, and then 172 pounds. So there wasn't really anything different, you know, for my nutrition before, during, or after any of those rides. They were all like pretty similar. I have pretty much all the same kind of routines and habits when it comes to nutrition. But I think the biggest thing is just that my body was retaining a lot more water after being out in the heat and sweating pretty heavily for a few hours. So that drove my body weight up by 6 pounds from the first to the third ride. So that was, again, Saturday, Sunday, Monday off, and then Tuesday again. So Tuesday, I had the advantage of having a rest day and having a little bit more time for my body to kind of bounce back from the first two sessions. But in the grand scheme of things, it's like, that was only a 4-day stretch. And I was surprised. I was surprised that the first effort was less than 300, because 300 is like really not a big deal for me. And then I was surprised that I was able to get up to 367. If it was hotter, you know, maybe I would have done 350 something, but for the effort that I was doing, 367 was pretty solid. For that power, though, it's still like a little bit higher heart rate than I would have been seeing just a few months ago under those conditions, like the temperature and the effort level that I was putting in. But I don't know, that's a good start back, and I'm happy to see that. It was a fun experiment. I'll definitely go ride Diablo again. Probably not at least till maybe this weekend, or I don't know, maybe next week, just so I can like mix it up and do a little bit more diverse training. So I'm not going to do any like hard workouts, but today, if I'd gotten out earlier, I would have gone out, done some easy miles, done a few sprints if I felt good. If I didn't feel good, I would have just gotten in some general endurance, kind of comfortable conversational endurance riding. And then I do like the idea of getting some strength work in and some core work. I like to do that a few times a week, but especially as time constraints are ever present these days, I'm just trying to get in the best that I can with the time that I have available. So I'm going to get to a pretty short trainer session and then a little bit of weight strength training and call it a day before I go do some more emails and stuff for my clients. And I don't know, that's it. I hope this is interesting. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.